Jesus Christ is the same as yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Nothing's ever going to change with that. Jesus is always going to be the same. Always the same. Nothing's ever going to change. His love, His grace. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Hebrews 13:8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. It's always going to be there. His hope, His power, His forgiveness, everything about Jesus Christ is always going to be the same. Nothing is ever going to change. See, unlike people change, right? People change, family change, jobs change, life changes, right? See, we live in a world where everything changes. We live in a society where change is necessary. We live in a society where change is all around us. But the one thing that will never change, the one thing that will always and remain the same is going to be God. It's always going to be Jesus, right? His word, always the same. Who He is, always the same. What He does, always the same. And a lot of times we think, man, maybe Jesus going to change up on us, huh? Jesus ain't ever going to change up on us. On the contrary, we're the ones that change up on Jesus. We're the ones that change up on God. We're the ones that change up on everybody. We don't know how to truly live. We don't know how to truly stick with God wholeheartedly. And we stray away, we fall away. It's just because we're human. Jesus is God. Never going to change. Who He is today, who He was yesterday, and who He is tomorrow is always going to be the same. And that should be hope within our heart. So, in retrospect, just think about it like this. In retrospect, right? In retrospect, the struggle that we went through, the obstacles that we went through, the what we might have felt like. Sigmund Freud. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. The lowest of lows that we went through is going to be the most beautiful things when you look back at it. When you look back at it, just think about it. Everything that you've done up to this point, God had His hand right there carrying you. He was holding your hand along the way, and in the deepest, darkest parts, He was carrying you, right? So think about it like that. See, in retrospect, those dark moments, you could look back at it now and be like, man, those were some beautiful times. The beauty of God within it, so beautiful. The beauty of God in it got me out. The beauty of God in it got me where I am today. See, God is always there. See, maybe in the moment, maybe at the time, we don't really think about it. Maybe we are so focused on the negative at the moment. Maybe we're so focused on the obstacle. Maybe we're so focused on blaming God at the moment that we don't realize that struggle, that bad time is going to be a beautiful moment, because you're going to look at it and be like, man, it led to this. This beautiful thing came out of this. The beauty from the ashes, right? See, as your whole world is burning around you, you will rise as a phoenix and you will become beautiful. That flame will consume you, and out of those ashes will be beauty. Look closely at the present that you are constructing, because it should look like the future that you are dreaming, right? See, the things that you do today, the things that you do in the present are going to affect the things that you're going Alice Walker. Look closely at the present you are constructing. It should look like the future you are dreaming. Look closely at the present you are constructing. It should look like the future you are dreaming. That are going to happen and the things that will come to be in the future, right? See, that's why this quote is so beautiful. It's so true. Look closely at what you're constructing today, because it should look very close. It should look just like the future you are dreaming. See, that's the beautiful part in it, is we should be dreaming and we should be looking towards the future, right? We should be looking towards the future of what we want. See, we gotta put in the work today, so when tomorrow comes, when the future comes, when a few months from now, a week from now, years from now, it's exactly how you dreamed it would be. Maybe some other little things that maybe you didn't foresee, but know what? That's what the future should be. It should be constructed in the present. It should be constructed and created in the now. See, a lot of us, we so focus on the past. A lot of us would focus on the future, but we ain't too concerned with what's going on now. And see, when you really truly dive into that, when you truly go and be like, no, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do? What can I do currently that will affect me in the future? That's when you gotta start some soul searching. That's when you gotta start some meditation. That's when you gotta start digging down deep and really evaluating your life in a whole new perspective. And I promise you, it will. I promise you, it will pay off. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Think about it like this. You're stronger in numbers, right? And that's pretty much what it's saying. It's saying like one little stick, easily broken, right? Maybe even a few of them easily broken. Kenyan proverb. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Broken. Maybe a little bit more effort to break it, but when it's in a bundle, right, it's so strong. It's like all of them have come together to form this strength together, right? Just think about your circle. Think about those around you, right? When you are all together, you're unbreakable. When you're all together, the strength is there. When you're all together, it's going to take way more from the enemy to be able to break you, because the prayer is there, physically, people are there, mentally. Everything is accompanied to that. Everything is accompanied to that. And see, that's the beautiful part in it. And this is why you need to be in numbers. This is why you need to be with people around you. This is why you got to continue to build fellowship, right? See, if you're a lone wolf, you're going to be easily broken. And while you may be mentally, physically, spiritually strong, but then we're going to get you right when you're vulnerable, right when you're the weakest, and then just break you. See, nobody is exempt from it, but see, when you got when you got the fam with you, when you got your peers with you, when you got your circle with you, when you got your prayer group, when you got it all together, think about how strong and unbreakable you guys really are. That's the beautiful part in it. It's important to make people happy, to make someone happy, but you got to start with yourself, right? It's great to go and make those around you so happy, make them full of joy, give them anonymous. It's important to make someone happy, and it's important to start with yourself. It's important to make someone happy, and it's important to start with yourself. Love, peace, joy, everything, right? But you got to start with yourself. right? You could go throughout your whole life doing things for others, making them the happiest that they could ever be. But if there's no one there to focus on you, then what are you getting out of it, right? What are you getting out of it? That's why it's saying, hey, it's great that you're over here, you're making all of them happy, right? It's great that you're doing that, but you need to start with the most important person at the moment, and that's yourself, right? It's the same thing. Like, you cannot go and love other people if you haven't been able to love yourself. You can't go and love on other people if you don't truly love yourself. If there's no self-love, you cannot extend the full potential of love to those around you, because you don't understand it to the full capacity, and you're not receiving it yourself, right? You can't go and help other people become confident in who they are and confident in who they could be if you're sitting around and you're not confident in yourself either. Think about it. You got to start with yourself. Once you start with yourself, then you start working on others, right? Once they start seeing that love on yourself and they start seeing you pour that love to them, they believe it just a little bit more. And that little bit more goes a long way. That little bit more means so much more. See, here is the thing. Start with yourself. Start loving yourself. Start building your confidence. Start with some self-love. And then take the next step. Then take that next step and go love other people. But start with yourself. So this one powerful. Knowing others is wisdom, but knowing yourself is enlightenment. Knowing others is wisdom, but knowing yourself is enlightenment. That's beautiful. It's beautiful because, you know what? Lao Tzu. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing yourself is enlightenment. A lot of us, we're so quick to jump and be like, man, shoot, I know other people. Man, I got wisdom. I do this. I know this. I can help so many other people. But can you truly say that you can help yourself? Can you truly say that you could help yourself? Because I don't know if a lot of us could say that. Do a lot of us have that true enlightenment? Do a lot of us truly have that enlightenment? Or is it just wisdom? Or do we have enlightenment but we don't have wisdom? What is it? Right? What is it? See, that's the important question. See, those are the two things that we need to work on. Those are the two gifts that we should be focused on. Those are the two things that I think could really, really grow somebody. They could really just grow someone and take them to the next level. See, that's the thing. Life is about growth. And you hear me talk about this all the time. It's all about growth. It's all about change. It's all about leveling up. But if you don't know others, you don't know yourself, you don't got the wisdom, you don't got the enlightenment, then is there real growth being made? Maybe in some other areas, yeah, of course. But what about those areas? Do you know people? Do you know yourself? Because those are the two most important things, I believe. Maybe not. But here's the thing. You got to have that wisdom. You got to get that enlightenment. You got to focus on that. You got to work at that. You got to. And I promise you, it will do some wonders in your life.